You know what we need? We need some positivity out there. And that's not to say that there isn't any at this point for the Montreal Canadiens, because the Habs are coming off of a pretty good win against Vegas a few nights ago. They've started to get their mojo back. They have started to look better. And because of this, we have ourselves a number of really great topics to dive into today when it comes to the young guys. Now, where exactly are we going to take this video? Well, I wanted to talk about the top picks made by Montreal in 2022, in 2023, and in 2024, because my oh my, have these guys actually been showing off pretty well lately. And it's to the point that I think they actually do deserve a video of their own. So, let's start out this commentary by talking about the guy who hasn't really had the best time the past few years. Let's head over to a post made on the Habs subreddit by Ams Roll. This is the full game highlights of yesterday's Laval and Hershey Bears hockey game. You see in the post right here, David Reinbacher is heating up with 6 points in his last 4 games. Sammy Blais throws a huge hit, and chaos ensues. November 30th, 2025. Now, this is a YouTube video which has all of the highlights over here. I mean, I don't want to show it because, it's copyrighted material, but this is available if you want to see just what happened in yesterday's Laval and Hershey matchup. But Sammy Blais, look at that, man, going out there and doing his thing almost immediately after getting reacquired by the Canadiens. He's causing a ruckus. He's standing up for his guys. As we mentioned, man, Sammy Blais was a monster for the Abbotsford Canucks last year when they won the AHL championship. So obviously, that sort of a veteran presence, that enthusiasm, that engagement is very welcomed in Laval, and it happened to have been a game where David Reinbacher continued to heat up. Now, quickly, before we dive fully into Reinbacher, I just wanted to read some of the comments here. Top reply says, LMFAO, the commentator doesn't know Blais' game at all. Sammy Blais is not known for this. LMFAO, dude, he hits like a train, and he always did. Another reply says that Blais was a monster in the Blues' 19 Cup run. He had speed and was hitting everything that moved. I don't know what happened with him that he is in the AHL right now. And TLDR, it's actually PK Subban's fault. So, yeah, that's pretty great. Arms Roll goes out there and gives us the scoop about David Reinbacher. This is the awesome part of the conversation. Reinbacher continues to produce as he picked up an assist and now has 3 goals and 6 total points in his last 4 games. Sammy Blais has been a nice addition as he has picked up 2 points today, and if he plays like this, he won't be in Laval much longer. Now, if we head over to David Reinbacher and his game log, you will see this here. 21-year-old guy, 6'2", 194, right-handed defenseman. A lot of the same information that we knew about him from prior years. But last year, he had 5 points in 10 Laval Rocket games in a very limited sample because, as we all know, he got hurt. But he also had 6 points in 13 games in the playoffs. Now, in this year's worth of play, after also getting hurt, he's gone out there and scored 9 points in 12 games with a whopping 2, 4, 6 points in his last 4, including 3 goals. I mean, that is quite the aspect of David Reinbacher's game that I don't think we necessarily expected when we saw the Canadiens draft this guy in that 5th overall spot a few years ago. Obviously, there were projections of defensive quality and two-way puck-moving ability. Think Moritz Seider, but maybe a little bit more versatile on his feet. That was always sort of the mold that David Reinbacher had as an NHL prospect. And so to see a goal-scoring profile start to emerge out of this AHL stint that he's got actually does get me pretty excited. Like, he's got 6 points, but it's 3 goals and 3 assists. He's going out there and firing them in. As we said, this 2-goal game that he had was also the night where his D partner, Adam Engstrom, had a goal and 4 assists, something like that? I just want to clarify that before we move on here. 7-2 win over the Belleville Senators. You will see, yes, there you go, a goal and 4 assists for Adam Engstrom, who of course is now on the Montreal Canadiens. Speaking about guys who are on the Habs, though, I wanted to take a look at another conversation posted about on the R Habs subreddit. This was posted by Go Habs Go 31, and it's a pretty good sentiment on one very particular 5th overall pick, yet another 5th overall pick like Reinbacher. Go Habs Go 31 says NHL rookie forwards averaging more time on ice than Ivan Demidov, with a minimum of 20 games played. You've got Beckett Seneca, Emmett Finney, Ryan Green, Jimmy Snuggerud, Ben Kindel, Easton Cowan, and Arseny Gritsyuk. Demidov leads all rookies with 19 points in 24 games. And that's a pretty good stat. It's not super biased. It doesn't really give us a skewed point of view as to how things are going. It's just saying, hey, there are a bunch of other rookie forwards that have more minutes per game than Ivan Demidov does, yet Demidov is still the number 1 point scoring rookie, at least at the time of recording this audio. I mean, he's tied for first, I guess you can say. He has fewer games played, though, than Seneca and Matthew Schaefer, so obviously that does play into his own favor. Points per game, if you go over here, yeah, okay, Marshall Warren has 2 points in 2 games. We're going to totally leave that in there. But Demidov is the highest points per game played rookie with a significant amount of games played here. 19 points in 24 games obviously is pretty stellar, and his ice time is not as high as some of these other dudes. And that is absolutely no feat against Demidov. Like, some of these guys are being utilized in very primary roles. You talk about some of the guys that were taken in this year's draft. I mean, Ben Kindel in Pittsburgh is doing some pretty good things, or he was doing some pretty good things. 18 years old. You had some other guys in Nashville also being brought up and played. Braden Coots in Vancouver also made the team right out of the 2025 draft, but of course that's not really something that we need to talk about. He's already back down in the WHL. But Ivan Demidov obviously is in a pretty good spot with the way that everything has gone for him this season, and you can also talk about the way he is played with Slafkovsky on that second line. Let's go back over to the Reddit post and read some of these thoughts over here. I really enjoy this kid line. E-Girls Hit Me Up says, you can tell Slafkovsky feels more comfortable, and Demidov has surprisingly good chemistry with him. Kapanen is going to be great as well. I hope we don't trade him. I don't think it's Slaf being more comfortable per se, it's just a different role he has on that line. Also, while playing on the top line, he would get deployed against other teams' top lines. With Demidov and Kapanen, he is playing second and third lines of opposing teams. He is definitely more comfortable, All the Smoke said. He wasn't carrying the puck like he is now, on the first line. And I think that there are various nuance-based reasons that you could analyze as to why it is Slafkovsky is playing better on this line, but I think it's a combination of all of these things. It's, hey, he's not playing against the most difficult competition when he's not with Suzuki and Caulfield, and B, Suzuki and Caulfield are 2 of the best puck handlers on the team. They are 2 of the most talented players on the team. When you're up with those guys, you just kind of want to be able to match their pace. You just want to be able to help them do their thing. Slafkovsky playing with a guy like Kapanen, sorry, but Kapanen is no Suzuki. You kind of have to step up and you have to be able to do things yourself when you're playing with Kapanen. Or at the very least, find a way to get the puck to him. And then Demidov is a first-year player. He is a creative, skilled, but very unpolished player. He is far away from what he is going to be in this National Hockey League, and he is still a super productive player. He has such a high ceiling, so it's almost like a perfect scenario here. Slafkovsky can technically be the veteran presence who can take control and has authority when playing with Kapanen and Demidov, and you see the offensive gears start to turn in his brain a little bit more. So with all that in mind, I want you to let me know your thoughts in the conversation in the comments section below. How do you feel about these Montreal Canadiens first-round picks, Slafkovsky, Reinbacher, Demidov, and how they've been doing lately? Let me know in the comments all your opinions and how you see these guys continuing to progress. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.